Okay, so today we have a yet another fully infused build. Uh, because we are back with Judgment of the Outer World. It's this again. Um, I am not quite on max point. I was running max point earlier, but uh, because because there's a decent amount of tactical maneuvering in this build, it's a little bit harder to pull off what happens here at uh 30 FPS as compared to 60. So I've just dropped the difficulty slightly so that the viewing experience is a little bit better and so that I don't like crash out too many times. Hopefully. I'm out of abilities. Anyways, as you might be able to tell, this is a kind of build which is very, very healing dependent. Wow, the FPS does not like me here. Uh, you might recognize this. I've made a couple of builds like this before from older Monucomms, but in this case, I've gone back to fewer because of bleeding rule, actually. And there's a simple reason, which is that as long as I have quick draw, I can cause a hemorrhage in 2 crits instead of 3, which is actually a lot more viable than having to pull off 3 crits against a mob. Add to that the fact that the Judgment build has relatively low actual damage, like attack damage percent on the gear itself, and it's like, oh, that seems like a good fit together. Thought it was a good idea. I mean, it kind of is. As for charms, I have Star Seekers, of course, but instead of stacking any further lessers, I've opted to go with ooh, Joker. I've opted to simply go with that thing is nearly dead. Oh, it is dead. I just killed it. Um, Instead of stacking lessers, I've opted to spend my last 3 charm power on Intrepid Stare and then an Eagle Eye lesser. Because I might be a build that's supposed to do multiple hits, but still it is pretty powerful to have that 95% vulnerability. Hard to argue with that much vuln. Hey, I could get a couple frames, that would be nice. I think someone once recommended that I use a different compression method, but don't I don't recall if I figured that out or whether I have already figured it out and then forgotten is that a twisted spawning? I've already forgotten the technique for it. Surely I can loot this chest before I get jumped. I'm not certain whether the bleeding is actually doing anything. Of course, if it was not in, then I'm pretty sure the bleeding would be doing a whole lot because I definitely wouldn't be hitting breakpoints. But I'm not sure whether I just passively hit breakpoints without the need for it. Oh my days! Let me walk around this corner, please. Screw off! Screw off! Screw off! Screw off! Please. Okay, we're good. Uh, yeah, I'm not certain whether the bleeding is actually doing anything now against the mobs. Uh, but it definitely will if you don't infuse, because the infusion damage is like, uh, I think it's like 2/3. Oh, my fox is doing something. The infusion damage is 2/3 of the damage in this build, so like, you'd be dealing a lot less if you didn't have it. think it's a shame that we don't yet have a Bleeding 4 weapon anywhere, because we can't do anything. It's kind of hard to convince anyone to run a build which lands more than 2 hits on a regular mob, and then people are like, oh, why do I have this? It's just kind of fancy regicide. It's a class trying to give me a resistance down. It's working. It's absolutely working. I did not realize the wall behind me. You know, I think if I just stayed the course and kept meleeing for the life drain, I would probably have made it out of there, but not, so. I like playing melee scout here because it gives me the freedom to just escape from any encounter that I don't like. For the most part, of course. In that case, I screwed it up, and so I didn't, in fact, escape from the encounter. Oh my days. Please let me melee mobs. I need help. I not sure how that one instantly emerged. I guess I'd hit it earlier and I hadn't been paying attention. The other part of this is that the hemorrhage weaken is actually not negligible here. I think it's probably saved me a couple times at least. If I can score a normal ass hit on a mob, that's like a 9% weaken, and then it's 9%, 18%, and then I hemorrhage at that point, so it'd be an 18% weaken straight up if I just land on it and quick draw shot at the same time. Although theoretically the quick draw shot wouldn't. I thought, oh well, you know, bleeding you can only apply like once per tick, so maybe. Ooh, nice kill on that thing. Oh my days. Not kind of sound I expected to be hearing. Fine, surely the thing doesn't break like right now. Thank you, that mob hitbox. Bit clumsy today. Yeah, but it seems that like projectiles hit like a tick afterwards or something. Probably like the travel time from my face into its face is somehow long enough. Please let me quit. Somehow long enough for that to be not an issue. So the two bleeding procs happen a tick apart, and then I get six bleeding on the mob. Hit one more time and it hemorrhages. You can see the hemorrhage going off on most things. I don't necessarily think that means the hemorrhage is doing damage, fine, because it could be that the thing is dying and still just getting the last hemorrhage off, but oh my days. Okay, Lights better die. Of course, it's not like the hemorrhage weaken works on magic or blast or anything, but you know, melee and proc is still the majority of the damage I take. I tend to take magic damage from a single Arcanic Missile, which I failed to place a block in front of after the fight, so where it comes from. My AoE is kind of just I activate Whirling Blade and hope for the best. Not okay, Colossus of Chaos. I get it. You jump. The elite is somewhere in there, I think. I enjoy having, oh my days, ranged capabilities in the form of being able to just throw the trident. They are limited range capabilities, but they're still able to do things like take out the Masquerades in Shulker in boss. It's gonna summon its clone. I have not positioned myself well at all. Not very good. You can take out a thing every once in a while. That's also an elite, apparently. Wilkes must love Constellation. Where am I? um wherever this got the name of it. Ramparts, yes, that's it. Okay, dive. I don't have enough range capabilities to take down any sort of mob. Uh, Although, 3 ranged hits will still cause a bleed, still cause a hemorrhage, but hemorrhages don't kill things, they just deal like 25% damage. Okay, please go away. The crowd control of Starseekers is sort of what the hell? I thought that did that curl around the block. The crowd control on Starseekers is different from the crowd control of base Whirling Blade, right? Base Whirling Blade is a near instantaneous stun. And meanwhile this is more like a knockback. It's a continuous field of okay, so for the next like half second, full second when the skill is up, you can't approach me. Which works out pretty well. I think this guy has like scary amounts of damage. I'm not sure if I can fully. Oh, never mind, it's dead. Long live Weaken. To get a hemorrhage off on a boss is 7 bleeding 3 hits. So you just need to land 7 hits with, and there needs to be no more than 5 seconds between every hit. Of course, given this, it's more like 5 melee crits, because your quick draw is probably going to hit like twice. Lines up about right. You crit once every 5 thirds. You need 5 thirds attack speed. You crit once every 0.6 seconds, so you will be critting 5 times in 3 seconds. Yeah, seems about right. And okay, that was half my health. I guess Ethereal was down, and that's without second wind too. But it's still yikes. Okay, bad timing for the Eagle Eye, because I'm not gonna have it for this encounter, which is scary. Oh, never mind. I do have the okay, Enderman turn in the Enderman. Wait, I'm gonna die, I think. Uh, yeah, you're gonna hit like 5 times in 3 seconds, and so the first crit is gonna have quick draw, and the last crit is gonna have quick draw, I think. And I mean, definitely, if you like don't hit bunny hop, if you retreat for whatever reason, then you're definitely gonna get that hemorrhage off. Oh, speed potion! I love speed pots. It's gonna break. No. You don't need grace on this build, actually. You have exactly enough attack speed to be hop. I just have it because it's like, it was cool. Kind of useful, question mark? It's like, it lets you be slightly sloppier, which is good because the build has 0 knockback resistance. It didn't even infuse unyielding because like there's like not much point in having 3 knockback resistance. It's not useful unless unless you're moving from like 7 to 10. I think arguably even oh my days, I can't quit anything up today. When I say today, I mean in the recording, because I was happily playing this earlier today. Okay, outcast time. There's a lot of twisted spawn attempts today. Surely I can eat this food before I have to do the encounter. It is kind of hard to get enough FPS to figure out where the mob to quit is. I think I'm cooked. Yep, I definitely at tacticals are. I just was lagging so hard I couldn't tell what to do. So not exactly optimal performance. Could you do this on Warrior? On Guardian, you probably could. Uh, you would need to crush on Frenzy attack speed. You definitely would not be using Skewer because you don't have Weapon Mastery benefits from it. And you don't have Quickdraw, so there's not really a reason to use it. You'd be using Contortion instead, like in the other video. You use you really want the bleeding, you can use the Serious Sword. Okay. I kind of expected that to just fall down. Didn't realize that it was going to be fine. The Creeper seems to be still alive though. Oh yeah, it's winter. It does also help that Whirling Blade does a disgusting amount of damage, so there's another source of damage outside of your bleeding, of course. Okay, it has somehow dodged my attacks. Not good. Don't enjoy that happening at all. It's kind of hard to get the tact stun off on anything, really. Oh my days. It's hard to aim the tact stun in any meaningful way, so I don't. I just kind of assume that while I'm midair, I'm mostly safe. It basically gives me a single immunity to the first contact damage I deal, and most mobs just can't aim well enough for them to hit me. And then if I feel like I need the additional safety activate whirling as well, whirling, gives me the. I mean, on the base class, obviously it gives stun, but I don't have that. So it's just a damage or damage and knockback aura. There is one major downside. Oh my days! Stop walking in the wrong way. Studying mob movement to be a better melee player for so long, and then you start recording and everything starts doing everything wrong for some reason. Yeah, you stand in front of me, don't walk forward, you suddenly got a lobotomy, huh? Even after the efficiency nerf, a pure shot kind of helps to keep up with the health drain, because you are taking a lot of damage here. Okay. Go away, go away. It kind of bothers me that I'm significantly worse when I'm recording video than when I'm not. Because I feel like I'm not doing the build justice. Uh, but what can you do? I don't know any way to make the. I don't know of any way that I could possibly make the recording any easier on my computer unless I bought a new computer. Like, yikes. Kind of difficult. Probably help if I had a PC or something. I play this on a laptop, which I just chain permanently into one corner of my room and call it a computer. It's like, okay, I didn't see that one come. Okay, tact. Oh no, the shield wall clipped me. I thought I was clear. Like, it's especially bad because in instances like those, there's that second where I would normally have made a flash decision is just taken up by the game lagging out instead. So it's like, oh, well, there could have been a display of skill here, but you're recording, so your skill is just cut in half. That shield wall is probably broken by every entrance to the corridor. Think, though, if I just run really quickly, I can probably get away with it. I guess it's something I could probably alleviate if I just played on lower points, but like, hmm, like it doesn't feel right to show off a build at any that if the like if I'm showing off a build and calling it goofy, like yeah, that's fine. You can play 22. But if I'm showing off a build and calling it strong, it feels a bit disingenuous to look at footage and say, oh, yeah, that's strong. Like, no shit, that's strong. Anything strong in 22 point is the ring. Like, it's a really easy game. Oh, you can do deathless. You can deathless a 22 point. Great job. A scout a hunter doesn't even need origin of void. You could probably deathless a 22 point with a tiered bow. Like, who cares? I'm gonna die. I mean, say nothing of a landing race. A landing racer doesn't really care about your main hand either. I mean, obviously, it benefits from having a nice, easily, additionally throwable main hand, but like, who cares? It's a landing racer. You'll be fine. I'm gonna fine. Oh, whirling. Kill everything from me, please. Yeah, it does bother me because, like, I'll do a crowd fight off recording, and it's like, yeah, that's actually really good. I feel really good about playing like this. And then I do it on recording and I die because like 23 FPS. And I'm like, oh, where is it? Like, if you play like, I mean, Scout out on recording, you'll be fine, but this guy's on a bee. How do I get him? I don't fly. I mean, I have wings, but I only have like 3 wings. Everyone knows you need like 4 wings to fly minimum. He's not actually flying, he's just on a spider. The bloody explosion is really kind of a nice touch though. When the you tactical into mob and quit and quick draw at the same time, and it just explodes. Really funny. Okay, another Tower Colossus. Please go. I guess another option is to record a separate voice track for the entire video and then record the entire thing in replay mode, which is somehow like uh orders of magnitude more lenient on the recordings on my computer. I'm gonna wait for this guy to use his advancing shadows. I don't want to have to wait for him to climb up, despite the tweaks to twisted AI when they're underneath you. It's still not really good enough to get them into a good engagement in any reasonable time. I am cooked. Oh my day. If I had potion injector here, it would be swimming in you because sustenance 30 billion or 3 actually. I only have 3 on this build. Uh, really helps out when you have a 40% instant health. 40% instant health turns into a 48, 52, 56% instant health. But you know, I don't own a PI. I could probably buy a PI right this instant. I have the money, but okay, we've killed the Twisted Shadow. Oh, we've got a bash out of it. Nice. But people should just buy a PI. Never use it necessarily. Rampart's like didn't used to have a chest here. Which is like fairly old news by this point, but I kind of stopped playing as actively as I used to when I built all my muscle memory. Like around the time that Rampart that change came to the POI, so it's like Uh, so not exactly used to having to go, having to route over there for the test. Please. Okay. Swiftness U is a. I know that sounds like a non sequitur. I've been thinking about it for a while. Is a useful enhancement on a class that unfortunately doesn't really need it that much. Like 15%, 5% CDR is actually not bad. Like I'm using it here to fuel my hunting companion for better uptime because I need the because as long as it's up, then I get like random 5% max health healing packets. So and with the amount of like I mean I have sustenance of course, but I also have nutriment, so 30 billion healing for max health percents. Okay. I think I can probably just mine out the rest of this spawner without. Okay, I wait, I can just loading. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Monument. Did I clear out the mobs, or are you just gonna do a loop and run back into the occultist? Okay, that's a debilitating bolt into my face. Not very convenient, because it does cut my damage by like half or something. Okay. Why is it jumping? It shouldn't do that. It can go up there and fight it, but like it shouldn't. Like its target is me, and I'm below it. I don't know why it's okay. Badass cosmetic, tiny ass hitbox. Thanks, debilitating bolt. Now it's gone. But I still need to kill this thing. The amount of burst damage that I get on hand, offhand, just having two Whirling Blades in stock though is pretty solid. It's spread out slightly, which is the point of Star Seekers. That's why it gives you a damage bonus in the first place, because you're being quote unquote rewarded for your damage, but damage not being an instantaneous volley anymore, but rather something you have to stay in the uh, sustained contact with the enemy for. But guess people just stack Whirling Blade on it, which is fair. I haven't played like a full Whirling Swap, Whirling Swap setup with it yet, but I can definitely see how powerful it is. Like, yeah, that's a lot of damage, isn't it? Didn't it release with like minus 30% or something? Oh yeah, and it released with no negative stun duration. It was just you could just anything caught within that time that was also just stunned. So it was insane. It buffed every aspect of the skill except for instantaneous damage, but you didn't care about instantaneous damage because A, you just killed everything, and B, it was stunned, so it's not like there was any danger from it. Okay, let's see how many hemorrhages we can get off on this guy. For 5 hits, that's one hemorrhage. He's already at like less than half health. I don't think I can get a second one because the hemorrhage cooldown is probably too long. He's dead. GG. Oh, it's cool. What they call it's not really streamer luck. I'm not streaming, but I guess I am being watched. I don't think I can manage streaming. Streaming is hard. You have to talk all the time. I'm only good at talking in like 30-minute bursts.